What's going on, guys? It's Steve. Today I want to talk about my worst basketball injury ever. And you guys are really enjoying the story time. So this is the worst injury I ever had while playing basketball. This was high school, my junior year in high school. That's what I meant to say. And you guys know the story, how I stopped playing ball and I started playing again. So it was like a few weeks after I started playing again. And I was playing with my friend Travis at the time in high school. Who else was there? I think it was just Travis and myself and my friend Eric at the time. We went to go play, and Travis came with this girl, and we were like, all right, let's play full court 1-on-1. So we're playing full court 1-on-1. We're throwing up threes and things like that, and he gets a rebound. Here's the thing. My dumbass doesn't know how to not take these type of games serious. I literally take every single kind of basketball experience serious. Unless I'm playing like a little kid or something. But literally, I take everything serious. I take everything to heart. You talk trash on the basketball court, I'm going to try and annihilate you. Right? I have that Kobe mentality. So, he shoots the ball. I get the rebound. I go up. I shoot the ball. Now, here's the thing. I didn't just shoot it. I went for a floater. And you guys know, when you go for a floater, you're close to the rim. So, I floated up. It bricks. He gets the rebound. I try to grab it out of his hand, sort of like a jump ball. You know, like we have both of our arms on the ball, so we both have it. And this dude, but keep in mind, I'm farther away from the basket than he was, so my arms are straight out, right? My arms are straight out. He is strong as a motherfucker. This dude looked like freaking John Cena. And he was like 16. He was a sophomore and I was a junior. And we had, pre-calculus together, pre-calc. He was 16 and brolic as hell. So, I have my hand on the ball. My arms are straight out. His arms are bent and he is freaking ripped. And he's trying to rip the ball away from my arm. My right elbow literally bent backwards. And my arm, I heard the crack of my elbow. It was so freaking disgusting. Like, I didn't break anything. It was just a hyperextension, but I heard the elbow sort of like crack. It was like a, and I was like, oh. And guys, like literally, my arm. If you can imagine bending your arm like you're flexing your bicep, you know how you bend your arm when you flex it. Now bend your arm and try to touch your shoulder. Or try to touch your cheek. You see how your arm is all the way bent until your forearm is touching your bicep? So that's literally the only position I could put my arm in. My body would not allow my arm to extend at all because it was hyperextended. So in order to protect itself, my arm locked up. Like literally, guys. It was the worst freaking injury I ever had. Ever. Like literally, I never broken any bones or anything like that. But that hurt so freaking bad. Like I've fallen off of bikes before. I've been in car accidents, but nothing hurt that bad. Like you guys know how sensitive the elbow area is. So could you? And I'm someone that's already squeamish about the human body. If I see blood, if I see guts, if I see any type of human body part or anything, I get grossed out. So imagine trying to rip the ball and my arms are straight out and I'm skinny as a twig. Imagine that, and then you just hear, I flipped out. I started screaming like a girl. I was like, oh my gosh, Travis, what did you do to me? My freaking arm was like twitching and I was screaming. It was so freaking bad, man. So freaking bad. But this is the crazy part. I didn't seek medical attention at all, right? I actually diagnosed myself, but I didn't seek medical attention. So this was, what did I have lunch? I either had lunch 4th or 6th period in my junior year in high school. And, after lunch, actually 6th period because I had Spanish after. 7th period I had it actually. Yeah, I had lunch 7th period. It was so stupid because it's the end of the day. Who has lunch at the... Anyway, it's better than 4th because 4th period was like 11 a.m. 10 a.m. Actually, no, it was 10:30 a.m. And 7th period was like 1:30 or something like that to 2:15, and then 2:15 to 2:55, and then you're out of there, Actually, 2:35, and then you're out of there. So that was good. And keep in mind, my high school, I went to Manhattan Center for Science and Mathematics. It's in Harlem, Manhattan, 116th Street. The cool thing about that is Mace went there, the rapper. A lot of rappers went there, a lot of ball players. It was pretty cool. But, so I go back, I go to Spanish, and again, my arm can't go straight. It can't go straight. But the pain, it was weird because the pain, I felt the pain for like 10 seconds and then it went away. But my arm wouldn't allow me to extend fully. Like eventually, like, or I would say 10-20 minutes after, while we were walking back to to class. Well, we had different classes, but when we were walking back, my arm started to like be able to go straighter and straighter and straighter, but it wouldn't go all the way. It wouldn't fully extend, right? So the day goes on. I'm like, oh, it's not that bad, actually, Travis. It's not that bad. So I text him after school. I'm like, yeah, it's not that bad. I'm feeling better. My arm's good. I just can't extend it. I wake up the next morning. Guys, literally, I wake up the next morning. My arm is like locked in a position, like the flexing, bicep flexing position. My arm is locked in that position. Like, if I even try to push my arm to extend, it hurts so freaking bad. And, I told my mom, because my mom was an EMT at the time. Now she's a dispatcher. But I told my mom, and she's like, oh, it sounds like a hyperextension. And I'm like, hyperextension? Like, did I break it or something? She's like, no, it's just when you overextend it to your bone's limit. And I'm like, oh, that sounds bad. She's like, yeah, it's kind of bad, depending on how bad it was. That determines on how long it takes to heal. So I go upstairs because at this time we lived in a house. I go on Google and I type in how long does it take to heal a hyperextension, and it said 6 to 8 freaking weeks, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, this was 2014, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, how can it take 6 to 8 weeks? I need to train. I literally just started playing ball again. I fell in love with it, and it hurt. What hurt me the most if you guys saw the video where I said basketball saved my life, you guys know what happened and why I quit and stuff like that. So I was finally getting back and enjoying life again, playing basketball again, and one stupid injury, because my dumb self takes a stupid one-on-one serious, ruins almost a month of my summer because I can't play. Literally. Now, it didn't take the full 6 to 8 weeks. I think it took like 3 to 4 weeks, but that's nearly a month. Because this was the end of the year. Because in New York, in the wintertime... Oh, by the way, we were allowed to go outside for lunch. If you guys were wondering, how the hell did we get out? We don't cut... We were allowed to go outside for lunch. Because it's Manhattan, we went to the chicken spot, a whole bunch of places, right? We were allowed to go outside for lunch. And, so that's why we were outside. But anyway, so it was warm outside. This was like May, before Regents. And literally the entire month of June, I couldn't play basketball. And there was no school because it was Regents month. There's only the first week or two and you have classes, and that's just to review what you learned all year. And then you have Regents. And literally, I couldn't do anything. It was so freaking awful, man. I was like, oh my goodness. But the good thing about this story is at this time, my other channel was starting to actually blow up a little bit. Like, I remember I gained like 1,300 subs in like the span of 2 days, because I had a video. It was like a Black Ops 2 live league play video, and it got like 60,000 views in 2 days, and I was just like, what? Well, that's a lot. For me, that's a lot. Obviously now that's not a lot. That's still a lot for me now, but like, if you compare that to other YouTubers, that's nothing, right? But so I was like, what? I got 60,000 views in 2 days. I can't believe this. I was like, what? And y'all know what happened after that. But anyway, guys, the moral of the story is, don't take everything so damn serious, because at the end of the day, you're gonna mess yourself up in the end, because that was the most painful injury I've ever had in my life. Like, literally, I've bent fingers back, I've got scratched, I've got skin torn off me, I've broken skin, I've got paper cuts. That was worse than a paper cut, man, because what made it worse was the sound. Like, you can imagine, like, just hearing, like, I was just like, oh, like, just thinking about it now, I'm twitching. Like, just go, like, here, this is what you guys do. Go, extend your arm fully straight out with your palm facing the ceiling or the sky if you're outside, whatever. Your palm facing up. Hold, where your elbow is, but the upper part where your forearm and your bicep connects. Hold that, and now flex your arm into, like, now fold your arm up 90 degrees, and then go down and make that noise. And I guarantee you're going to twitch, because just doing that shit made me twitch. I can't do it anymore, guys. But anyway, I went on long enough about the story. If you guys want more story time, let me know in the comment section below. It's been Steve. I'm out of here. Peace.